Welcome, CNG 132 Online. Just finished up grading, I think. I'll have to comb back through. Sometimes I miss stuff, and seeing this number here, 7 new submission files. I know people are working this week, but I think that's a little high still. I'll have to double check my work. Let's see. First things off, make sure you go back, look at that feedback I left, especially the feedback I left. The projects looked great. The feedback in the projects were make sure to submit the .docx folder or file, and that would be when you do. Actually, I'll just go to this week. When you do this week assignments, and you have this printout in front of you, basically the blank lines is somewhere where there's some sort of feedback there that I want you to give, like if you hit the OK button and your screen changed or something happened, definitely say, okay, this is what happened at this step, or this is what I saw what went on. Sometimes there's a yes/no question, depends on the text. Sometimes the question is just a prompt for you to answer another question. So when you have this and fill it out, make sure to submit it in the activities assignment section, and this would be under project 2. With that. Now this week, I should say, let me roll back here. As you probably figured out, this class is taking a lot of time during the week. So do not wait until the weekend to do it. Make sure that you're definitely pacing this class out through the week by either reading or hopping on an assignment to really get it done, because this class will definitely pile up on you if you only do it over the weekend or save it for the weekend. So to make sure to work on it progressively through the week for that. Feedback part 2 would be if I click that, the discussions. I can't do it. The feedback would be on the essays. The essays were great for content. You guys definitely gave, what you thought. And that is great because that's what security is. It's about not only expressing what you think, but going into discussions and seeing what other people think, because that's what's going to really compile and add to your, I think I just click it, to the arsenal that you're going to start to build in this class. Basically, this class is about opening an awareness to your brain, not only to see your point of view, but hopefully you get to see other points of view, so that when you start thinking about security, you're not just very linear, you're very multi-dimensional in your course of thought. Just today, and I'll add to that, just today I went to look for a firewall at the CSU surplus store. Walked in there, and surprisingly, there's an old student was in there to greet me. But I was set on buying another firewall that could throughput a gigabyte. And what the student said was, why don't you just do a computer on the side doing network intrusion detection system? I'm like, that's great. I was like, I should look up the price of software for a NIDS computer, network intrusion detection system, and basically have that coming off my switch, and then I don't need to buy a new firewall, because usually the firewalls are a little expensive that offer a gig throughput, where at the surplus store, I think I could pick up just an i7 there for under $200, and really just I wouldn't need a monitor for it. The computer would just be on all the time, watching the network and reporting back to my main computer. So that's what's one, again, talking to people and then getting an idea to spin off your idea, and that's where these discussions are really going to take off. Which I was a little disappointed. Only a few main ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have about 24 in this class. So make sure you get those up. Those that didn't post, or you didn't submit the essay, or you missed something, some points are better than no points. This is one of those classes that it's going to require a lot of work, but this class is one of those ones that I get students always saying, I've learned so much. I perceive the world very differently at this point, because there can be an attack at any point. Which brings me up to another topic. Let's see if I can find it here. As we approach the tax information season, we get a spike in people trying to scam other people. Whether it's a fake IRS calling, the government calls, fake emails, those tend to spike around this time. Just because I'm trying to find it. Just because it's a time where people are stressed, they're trying to get their taxes in. I can't find the link for it, but when people are a little stressed, they're more susceptible to those social engineering attacks. If they get a recording stating that it's a robot voice and it's saying you have a warrant out for your arrest, you better call this number now. Even if you do a quick search, you're going to see that it spikes during this time of the year because people are nervous about their taxes and they're unsure about how the IRS will contact them, how well, who else do we hear from? The IRS, student loans. Those people are great attackers, and they're like, "Oh, you have a student loan account, and it's in default. We need your credit card number to make you a default." And people just freely give that up, where I know where my loans are, and I know who has my loans. I've never received a call from them. I do get email updates from them, but never really received a call from them since I'm not delinquent. Even if I was delinquent, I think they would probably email me or certify mail me things or letters, basically documents to update me on my account. Yeah, and that's all social engineering type attacks. Especially as you read them, be on the lookout. This weekend when you go to Super Bowl Sunday, definitely try that extra credit. It's easy to do. And once again, I'm not a person that rounds up. If I give you the chance to take part in extra credit, definitely do that extra credit. I'm glad people are finding me on the internet. LinkedIn is an easy one. I know there's photos of me out there. You may not have you may have to infer information to figure out that it is me. But it's still pretty easy to do, gathering information from different sites and concluding that yes, this is probably George Lemos. And with that, I'll end this video. Make sure you look at those feedbacks. Make sure you get those assignments in. I want you to succeed. I can't give you the grade. You have to earn the grade. So if there's anything you missed, discussion, project, essay, a quiz, make sure you get those in.